welcome to my YouTube channel. We don't even have an intro anymore. Anyways, I've not been posting, or I've not made any video because I've been busy, basically. So I have a startup. Okay, wait, hold on. 2 businesses and 1 startup, and you see that startup, that's been showing me shaky. But let's quickly talk about what's happening. The thing is, building a startup is actually almost like, I won't lie to you, this whole journey started in March, and the funniest part is at first I didn't even know what to do. I had this big dream in my head that, oh, this is what we're going to build, this is what I wanted to do, this is the aim and all of that. But then, you know, like when you have an idea, sometimes you need to like get people to work on the idea with you. I mean, starting is the hardest part, like, because you could have an idea and you could tell people or tell whatever about maybe talent acquisition or something, I don't know, like basically you trying to rally around and get people to work on your idea with you, and they'll just be like, oh sorry, I don't find this exciting. Yes, it's possible for people to say, oh, I don't find this exciting, because I met people who were like, oh, tell me what you're working on, and if it's exciting for me, if I find it exciting, it's really something I want to work on, then why not, I'll open. So like it will start from there, like starting the process of starting starts from there. Like people who want to work with you, do they even understand what you're going to do? So everybody found the idea exciting. I mean, like when I was saying it that, oh, I want to build this and this, and we're like, oh, this is cool, this is nice, all right, let's see how this would go. And I prepared a PRD documentation, and this documentation was it was so bulky. Like the first day that we gathered like a few people, because some people have left, so let me just like the first set of people that we gathered, or that I gathered, because okay, the first thing I did was I hired a virtual assistant, because I knew that I needed somebody that would be standby on ground for the company, even though right now I have a lot of things on my table, on my desk. So I need somebody that will be like, oh, please, can you quickly run this for me? Can you quickly like prepare this and this and that for me? Did you get? So I hired a VA first. I interviewed her myself, and that was it. She's so sweet, by the way. She has made life easier for me, because I'm not crying on this white tea. So that's that. So then when we got the first set of people that I wanted to get, and I sent the documentation to them, and everybody just went mute. Okay. Are you guys not gonna say anything? First day, second day, third day, everybody went mute. Then I reached out to one of the team members. I saw that his energy was really high. Like he had this, like, you know, very, if you say, oh, you're meant to submit this, he would reply, respond like ASAP. Like he was very active, and you know, I really like that. Like, oh yeah, this person is actually interested in the project like that. Every other person was interested, but his energy caught my attention, and I just reached out to him like, hey, what do you think about the documentation and because the dev, like, oh, when do you think you can start working? And he was like, start working, please, we need to have a call. I was scared. I mean, not scared, I was nervous. I was like, maybe they're not interested in it. I really don't know what happened. I just said, okay. I was like, are you free right now? Because, you know, it mattered to me to like know what's up, like ASAP. And it was like, thing is, the idea is beautiful, but the documentation I sent was bulky. Like, let's break it down module by module. And I'm like, oh, that's the thing. I didn't know now. Like, people need to take me like that before I found out. But then, one thing about me is I listen. And when he said we should break it down module by module, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on that. But it was not like, okay, we should have a meeting with everybody so everybody can understand all this together. So that was just it. Anyway, then I was like, oh yeah, you're right, we're supposed to have a meeting. Yes, that's what they usually do in complex. Oh my god. Then later that night we had a meeting, and everybody was waiting for somebody to say, we were like, yes, sure, we should have a meeting. and later than everybody like logged on, and we were like, I was gonna explain to them. They understood that the documentation was heavy, but I'm gonna work in it. I'm gonna break it down module by module, and everybody started out like giving their opinion. Like, yes, when I first saw it, I read 2 lines, I closed it. I was like, what is this? I'm like, why did you people talk now? And I'm like, they're like, it's your company. I'm like, hey. And they were like, they felt like, you guys. So I now made it a rule that if you have anything in mind, if you have any contribution in mind, if I'm doing something and you're like, oh, hey, Hayo, I think this should go this way, I think that should go that way, if I would listen first, even if it's not something that aligns with me, or maybe if it's not something I think I can do, I would listen and I would appreciate you for your contribution before giving you feedback that, okay, this is how it is. I would never shut anybody down. I mean, you guys don't know me, but I'm telling you now that when it comes to being open-minded, when it comes to learning, I'm basically that person who wants to learn. Like, I'm open, my mind is really open to learning and learning new things, basically. And that was how things started getting, better. Yeah, better, because the communication went from, I didn't understand this whole thing is modeled up, to, okay, yeah, now you're talking, because I had to break it down module by module. I had to start with the first feature, and it made things easier. And I didn't use my security jargon, because the first time I used security jargon, you have to do this, you have to, and a lot of other stuff. So I made it in a way that even non-tech people, and not even non-tech, like even non-devs, yeah, like the product designers or product managers, if they're CDPRD, they'll be like, oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, you would actually understand what's happening. And that's just how things started. Like, things started getting better, and everybody understood their role. And for a month, the design guys were working and things were going smoothly. We had our edges here and there, but then it was, like, a problem had been solved, like a very great one at that, because communication is very, very important. And if you're the founder, you kind of find out that who doesn't listen to anybody, who only cares about what you think or what you, it's always, that's leadership problem, yeah, but it's a very, very big problem, because you wouldn't want to listen to anybody. You wouldn't want to take suggestions, because you feel like, oh yeah, I've done a company and I brought everybody together, blah 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 blah. And regardless of whatever amount you're paying them, you need to be able to listen and grab insights. And if it doesn't align with you, you should still listen, because one day it's gonna align. They're gonna say something, you'll be like, oh yeah, you're actually right, I think I didn't think about this before. So that was just it for me. And we started in March. This is May, and I can tell you that it's not like, oh, we already have MVP on ground, but we've gone farther than where we started from. And even though a lot of people who started with us are not here again, not because anything happened to them, because they left or because they were inactive, and we had to just excuse them that, okay, we get it, guys. At a point I feel like maybe you don't believe in this dream, and I probably feel like it was a waste of time. But the thing is, have you met me? I don't give up. I think I could say, okay, let's change what we're building. I could say, oh, I think we should do it this way, but I would never say I'm not doing it again. I can rant, I can get tired, I can get angry. Yeah, I get angry a lot about this whole situation, because I'm like, when does it get better? And a whole lot of other things, but I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm not doing it again. So have you met me? You haven't. And later I discovered that the founder is the lifeline of the startup. Sometimes it's really not about having money, it's really not about having resources, it's really not about being the best founder. It's just about being, I don't know, delusional. It's gonna work, this is gonna work, this has to work, this would work. You get? So even if you have a lot of money, if you're already making a lot of money as a founder or as a company, if that energy that you started with is not there anymore, if that passion to just be on autopilot, I'm telling you the truth right now, the company will be on autopilot. You will just be focused on, I'm the founder and I am making money. It will no longer be that zeal that you started with, that zeal that was in you, that made you build something from nothing. That zeal, once it leaves, that's the end. You're even no longer a founder again, because the founder is somebody who, even if you exit from the company, they can never catch you not building. You would always be building, because if you would always have you can take the startup away. No, you can take the founder away from the startup, but you cannot take the startup away from the founder. The person will always build it. They will always be obsessed with saying, if I could make this work, I could build another thing and make this work. So you will never be found, you will never be caught not building. That's just the thing. But immediately that energy dies, the passion, the zeal, the it will work mindset, it immediately leaves your body, immediately leaves your like mindset, or leaves your like way of life. The company is on autopilot. You're probably tired of the company itself. So that's just it. So have you met me? No, you haven't. I don't give up. So I'm not exactly angry at anybody who left in the first month, or we were removed because of due to their inactivity, because we had a long way to go and we can't let anybody slow us down. We can't. So I'm not mad, I'm not angry, I'm not like no hard feelings. I understand it. Everybody has their own path, everybody has their own plans, and you might just think you don't want to like waste any of your time on uncertainty, because you might feel like, oh, what are they doing? This is big, this is huge, they already have a lot of competitors. Why would they think they would even survive in a very brutal market? My dear, have you heard about the blue ocean strategy? You need to go read about it. That's one thing that has helped me so far. Ever since I learned that concept, I've been thinking about a lot of things, and I just felt like I learned about that concept in February, and in March I said we have to start. Yeah, I just said we have to start. It might get rough, it might get whatever, but here we are. And bootstrapping, because I've been bootstrapping my company with no funding, with no external funding. Bootstrapping is draining. Oh my god. Bootstrapping, me that I even do impulsive buying, I became extremely prudent. Yeah, because I'm like, I could use this to do this and that and do this and that. Like, I mean, like, the thing is that one thing about me, I'm welfare call. What I mean welfare call, like, I was thinking about, oh, if we get funding, or if I get any money, if there's anything I want to put into it, to be people that are working with me, it to be for my team members. You get, like, I do not think currently of, say maybe I want to rent an office space, or I want to incur any operational expenses. Like if there's any operational expenses that I want to incur, it would be totally for the people working with me. So yeah, that's just this. Well, so far so good. It's been worth it. Yeah, it's been worth it. I do not regret starting this company. I do not regret starting this startup. I do not regret anything at all. And so right now we are working like on the demo, and we've been applying to different programs, accelerators, incubators, and funding opportunities and all of that. And recently we got shortlisted. Thank you. We got shortlisted for the next stage, and the next stage is like due diligence, like they want to know more about. So that's just it, and that's how it has been. So off to building. Bye guys, catch you some other time with newer updates. I pray that by the time I come back to like say, oh, you guys, we just got funding of about $1 million.